Third semester degree examination March-April 2023 NEP Commerce Open elective Economics Paper Rural Economics Section A 12 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾವೆನಿ 10 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸು. ರೈಟ್ ಎನಿ 4 ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೂರಲ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ. ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್, ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸಿ ಆನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್, ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ, ಪಾವರ್ಟಿ, migration. Give the meaning of inclusiveness. Inclusiveness means economic growth that creates employment opportunity and helps in reducing poverty. It includes providing equality of opportunities, empowering people through education and skill development. Rate any 2 features of integrated rural development program. Adequate supplies of fertilizers and pesticides, improved seeds and other essential products, incentive educational, technical and farm management assistance made available in every villages. Give the meaning of poverty. The condition where the basic needs of a family like food, shelter, clothing and education are not fulfilled. What is Gandhi model? The Gandhian model is partnership model that believes in inclusive and development with dignity, where everyone is treated as equals and everyone benefits. Mention any 4 functions of employment generation programs. Providing employment opportunities, creating self-employment opportunities. It encourages financial institutions to increase credit flow to the micro sectors, reduce dependency on money lenders. Give the meaning of rural industry. Rural industry are non-farm activities that depends on rural resources and are primarily meant for employment generation through effective utilization of locally available resources, human power and technologies that are native or homegrown. Expand MSME, micro, small and medium enterprise. Rate the meaning of microfinance. Microfinance refers to the finance services provided to low-income individuals or group who are typically included from traditional banking. Mention 2 defects of rural market: transport, lack of communication facility, warehousing problem, low per capita income. Expand NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. What is rural sanitation? Rural sanitation refers to the provision of facilities and services for the safe disposal of human waste as well as the maintenance of conditions conducive to public health and hygiene. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸು. 6 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎನಿ 4 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೂರಲ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ. ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೇಷನ್, ವುಮೆನ್ ಎಂಪವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್, ಅವೈಲಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್, improve productivity and wages of rural people, improve standard of living, to diminish unemployment, to guarantee and keep employment facility. Next question, explain the concept of sustainable development. Sustainable development is a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. 3 dimensions of sustainable development: economic dimension, social dimension, environmental dimension, and political dimension. Economic dimension. It provides both capacity and opportunities for the poor and low income households in particularly benefit from economic growth. This includes creating job opportunities, reducing poverty and inequality, and promoting entrepreneurship and innovation. Social dimension. Support the social development of poor and low income households, gender equality and women empowerment, and provide social safety. Inclusive growth emphasizes social inclusion on the reduction of social inclusion, discrimination and inequalities in access to services and opportunities. This includes improving access to education, healthcare and other social services, supporting marginalized groups and promoting gender equality. Political dimension. It improves the opportunities for the poor and low income people in rural areas to effectively and equally participate in the political process at the village level. Environmental dimension. Inclusive growth recognizes the importance of protecting natural resources and the environment to ensure that future generations also benefit from economic growth. This includes promoting sustainable development practices, reducing carbon emission, and mitigating the impact of climate change. Next question, explain minimum need method or program. The Minimum Need Program MNP was introduced in the first year of fifth five-year plan 1974 to 78 to provide certain basic minimum needs and improve the living standards of the people. It aims at social and economic development of the community, particularly the underprivileged and underserved population. Components of minimum need method: rural health, rural water supply, rural electrification, elementary education, adult education, nutrition, environmental improvement of urban slums, houses for landless laborers. Principles. Two basic principles are observed during the implementation of minimum need methods are: the facilities under MNP are to be the first provided in those areas which are at present underserved so as to remove disparities among different areas. The facility under MNP should be provided as a package to an area through inter-sectarian area projects to have a greater impact. Explain the importance of rural industries. Crucial for growth of rural economy, addressing the problem of agricultural laborers, inclusive national development, promoting micro and small enterprise, women empowerment, achieving sustainable development goals, balanced industrialization, preserve of Indians' rich culture, stimulates agricultural production, generate employment opportunities, develop rural and backward areas, it eradicates poverty, stop migration from rural to urban areas. Next question, rate a short note on rural health. Health infrastructure refers to a physical and organizational structures, facilitate systems, and support mechanisms that collectively contribute to the delivery of healthcare services within a community, religion, or country. It encompasses a wide range and restore health as well as treat illness. Presently, India healthcare infrastructure is diverse and encompasses a wide range of facilities from primary healthcare centers, a tertiary care hospitals. Our healthcare system, one of the largest in the world, is expected to grow to USD 50 billions by 2033. The healthcare infrastructure in rural areas have been developed as three-tier system as follows: sub-center, primary health center, community health center. Need for rural health infrastructure, disease control, rural health infrastructure, targeted population, reduce health expenditure, greater vulnerability, economic stability. Question, explain the measures taken by the government to remove defects in rural market, regulated markets, infrastructure development, cooperative agriculture marketing societies, minimum support price policy, providing storages and warehouses. ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ 10 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸು. 4 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎನಿ 2 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ದಿ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೂರಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಎಕಾನಮಿ, ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್, ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಎಕಾನಮಿ. When economy grows, states can tax that revenue and gain the capacity and resources needed to be provided the public goods and services that their citizens. Education. Every individual need to gain a basic education. It helps us balance things out, grow together and make decisions that interest everyone in society. Healthcare. The environment should be a part of your overall lifestyle. Feeling good about yourself and taking care of your health are important for your self-esteem and self-image. Environment. Environment plays a virtual role in the existence of life. Ancient human lived in a natural environment and hence lead a healthy life. Culture. A culture is a way of life of group of people and behavior, beliefs, values and symbols that are accepting generally without thinking about them. Next question. Examines Poverty Alliance program in India. Poverty Alliance is described as the set of ways formed by the government to deal with the issue of poverty. The main intention is to host people out of grasp of poverty. Various schemes have been undertaken by the government to eliminate this evil of poverty from our country. First one, Integrated Rural Development Program, IRDR. Introduced in 1978 to 79, the major objective of the scheme self-employment to the targeted audience that exists below the poverty line. These targeted groups include agricultural laborers, small and marginal farmers, and rural artisans. In addition, inclusive and are compelled with where 50% is allotted to the scheduled caste and tribes. Second point, Jawahar Gram Samriddhi Yojana. The above scheme is reformation of the Jawahar Grozar Yojana. Currently, this program is known by the name of Sampurna Gramina Rojgar Yojana. Under this, the matter of fact is generating demand-driven communities in the rural areas with the national of employing the people. Employment is provided to those living below the poverty line defined by the government. Pradhan Mantri Gramin Awas Yojana, launched in the year 2015, the above program is one of the most flourishing schemes under the Poverty Alliance programs initiated by the government. The main aim is to provide free houses for the people living in the rural areas that are considered below poverty line. Here, the advancement is made through the subsidiary processes, involvement of the private sector, and reasonable housing to the people at subsidized rates. National Social Assistance Programs NSAP. The program was launched in the year 1995 with its main objective of giving socially securities to the neglected categories of society, widows, disabled persons, aged persons belonging to the BPL sections of the society. National Maternity Benefit Scheme, National Old Age Pension Scheme, National Family Budget Scheme. Annapurna. The scheme has its initial enactment in 1999 to 2000, where its main has always been to provide a nutritious diet to the senior citizens who are unable to do that themselves. These schemes under the Poverty Alliance program provide 10 kg of free nutritional diet every month for the aged citizens NOAPS. Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Guarantee Act MGNREGA commenced 2nd February 2006. The MGNREGA was created with the idea of giving rural households a safety net in the form of guaranteed work possibilities. Every rural household in the nation was to receive 100 days of guaranteed employment each year as the part of program, guaranteeing that each household had access to a minimum amount of income. National Rural Livelihood Mission Ajvika 2011. It aims to reduce poverty by enabling the poor household to access gainful self-employment and skilled wage employment opportunities, resulting in sustainable and diversified livelihood options for the poor. This is one of the world's largest initiations to improve the livelihood of the poor. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. As of my last knowledge update in January 2022, the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana PMKVY is the flagship initiative of Government of India that aims to enable a large number of Indian youth to take up industry relevant skill training to them. help them to secure a better livelihood. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana PMJDY is a financial inclusion initiative launched by the Government of India. It was officially launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on August 28, 2014. The aim of ensuring access to financial services such as banking and deposit accounts, affordable credits and insurance to the vast sections of Indian population who are unbanked or underbanked. Next question, explain the problems of MSME. First one, financial issue. In India economy, access to finance has always been an issue for smaller firms and businesses. This is a major hindrance for businesses as well as the MSME sectors. Regulatory issue. Several regulatory issues has been identified over time, including problems like tax compliance and changes to labor laws, which have ended with costing the MSME sector dearly. Infrastructure. In India, the infrastructure sector is extremely important because we are often referred to as the world's back office because so many works in this sector are carried out overseas. Applications such as e-commerce and its have created more jobs in low wages countries like India. Low productivity. MSMEs are not necessarily very productive, but they perform certain tasks that emit more value than they produce. Retailers sell consumer goods to end users at relatively lower price. In fact, MSME may be very productive only when it comes to the being cost effective and also capable of creating high value at very low cost. Lack of innovation. India's MSMEs are not very innovative, and the majority of the products that they produce are based on outdated technologies. There is a severe lack of entrepreneurs in this sector, which have brought about significant changes in other sectors like e-commerce and call centers, etc. Technical changes. There have been no dearth of technical changes over time, and most industries have undergone some form of changes in order to retain competition. As a result, India's MSME have had to deal with some very important changes which have affected their growth potential. As the first, there was chance in the ownership right of land, which has made the sector more prone to mismanagement and with it a fall in productivity. Skills. When it comes to skills, India's MSME are far behind their counterpart in other countries because they depend heavily on the help of informal workers who are not paid well and calls the technical skills which can help enhance productivity. As a result, smaller firms are forced to take up jobs that require lower level of skills and expertise, which further affect their growth prospects in long term. Lack of professionalism. A majority of Indians MSME lack professionalism despite being virtual of large industries growth. As a result, they are highly prone to corruptions and abuse of power, which has a huge impact on productivity of their businesses. Lack of standardized policies. There are very few MSME policies in India. As a result, there is no consistency when it comes to MSME development as well as entrepreneurship promotion programs. However, positive program has been made in Delhi over years, but this need to be on a national level. Last question. Examine the objectives or achievements of rural water supply. Objectives or achievements: to provide safety drinking water and sanitation facility to rural habitation on sustainable basis, to ensure permanent drinking water security in rural areas, to promote conjunctive use of groundwater, surface water and rainwater harvesting to achieve the sustainability, to improve rural hygiene by providing individual toilets and sewage system, to involve rural community in planning and execution of rural water supply schemes to encourage rural population to properly manage water supply and sanitation facilities, creating awareness about the waterborne diseases and other health hazards caused due to lack of sanitation and open defecation. The objective also include conservation of water resources.